All right, y'all. Story time with Mac. And the moral of today's story is going to be that sometimes you have to let karma take its course before you take matters into your own hands. Because more times than not, more often than not, karma is going to come back around. So whatever somebody doing something foul or something crazy, karma going to take its course. And you just need to fall back before you get yourself into a whole bunch of other trouble. So this is 2012, fall of 2012. I think this is probably about October 2012. I'm in college at Mississippi Valley State University, and I'm on Twitter. Now, in this time, I had a smartphone, but I still was getting on Twitter on my laptop, right? So I'm on my laptop, and I'm on Twitter, and I see my daughter's mother arguing with another young lady. They're going back and forth on Twitter. Now, I don't know what they're arguing about, but, I didn't get myself into that. I'm like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but obviously they got an issue, got problems or whatever. So as I'm seeing the argument take place, I see a gentleman come in, a man come in. And this man starts saying stuff to my daughter's mom, but then starts talking foul about my daughter, right? Starts talking crazy about my daughter, calling her ugly, saying all type of calling her out a name and so on and so forth, talking crazy about my child, right? Now, in this instance, I know my daughter's not ugly. My daughter's a beautiful young lady. And I'm sure some of you have maybe even seen her on my channel, right? If not, you'll see her at some point on this channel. You can go back and see some other videos of her, right? So this man is saying stuff that's a lie, but at the same time, he's attacking my child, right? And jumping into a situation, a conversation that had nothing to do with him. My daughter's mom wasn't talking about him, wasn't talking to him. He wanted to jumped to the defense of the girl that my daughter's mom was having a disagreement with. He jumped to that girl's defense and just started talking about my child, talking crazy. So at this point, I see this, I get enraged. And everybody, I'm not even a violent person. I'm not a wild, crazy, off the hinge person. But you talking about my child, interjecting yourself in a situation that has nothing to do with you, talking crazy. It's like, what? You know what I mean? You talking crazy, threatening my daughter's mom, and then also talking crazy about my child. So I intervene, because at this point, you're a man. You need to talk to another man. You talking crazy like that. And then you talking about my child. I'm going to confront you about this too. So me and him exchange words. I'm talking crazy, greasy to him. Because at this point, you're attacking my baby. My daughter's innocent girl. It has nothing to do with this whole situation. You have nothing to do with this situation. You're a man interjecting yourself in women business. Women business. You're talking crazy, threatening my daughter's mom. Like, no, you can talk to me. You can threaten me, right? And so I'm 19 at the time. No, I'm 20. I think I'm 19 going on 20. So I'm going back and forth with dude. I'm saying all type of profanities, and everybody knows something up, because at this point, my friends had never even seen me curse on social media ever. I wasn't doing stuff like that, right? So my roommate see it. One of the homies that I went to school with jumped in my DM like, bro, what's going on? Everything good? Who was dude you arguing with? So I explained the situation. They're like, who is dude a clown? Like, you talking about your baby, all that. He getting into women business that has nothing to do with him. I'm talking crazy. All I'm getting at his head, right? I'm all the way in Mississippi. This is in Chicago, right? So whatever that day comes, time passes. Summer, so this was at the beginning of the school year. 2012, 2013 school year at the beginning. It's October of 2012. So May or June 2013 comes around, that summer. And I'm working at that, the last story time I did, I told y'all about a job that I was at. I was working a job where it was about 30 plus young men working at this job. Only 9 of us were not on papers, right? This same job. I go to this job, y'all, and on like the second or third day, I see the dude that I got into it with that was talking crazy about my daughter. I see him. Now he sees me, he don't know who I am, he don't even remember my face, he don't know me at all. But me, I never forget a face. So I'm knowing this dude. I'm like, this dude that was talking crazy about my baby. He was talking all type of crazy foul stuff. So at this point, I'm getting furious. Like, I'm fuming. I'm sitting and I'm watching him, right? And I'm watching him. And again, I'm trying to see if he knows me. I'm looking him in his face. He looking at me. He don't say, you know what I mean? He just looking at me. He not saying nothing. He don't even recognize me. So I'm like, you getting into it with people talking crazy, don't even remember who you getting into it with. If I was any type of shiesty or foul dude, I could have walked up to him and bust off of him and just whooped him, right? But I'm like, you know what, Malcolm? You need this job, brother. You got to take care of your baby. You need to work this job because you need clothes for school. My parents didn't have no money to just be dishing out money for me to get fly clothes and stuff. You know, you're young. You want to look nice. You want to look presentable. I wanted some new clothes, so I got this job to give me some new clothes, pay for some things for my baby, and also to help my mom out, right? Help mom out when she needed certain things. So it's like, okay, I need to work this job. I need to focus. I can't let this dude get in the way of me making money and take care of my baby and getting things that I need. Because if I fight this dude and whoop on this dude at this job, they're gonna fire me without question. So I'm like, I gotta keep my head cool about it and everything. So time passes. We're at the job. Now I try to make sure I'm never around him. Because I feel like if he says some of the slightest thing and I feel like any disrespectful way to me, I'm going to find a reason to get on that with him and tee up with him and try to whoop him. Because I just remember the crazy stuff he was saying about my child. So I'm staying away from him as best as possible, right? But again, at some points where we all in meeting rooms and we're around each other all in the same room, I'm listening to the dude talk. He got a mouth on him. A foul, slick mouth. He talk real slick. He talk a whole lot of mess, right? And again, I'm telling y'all, we in here with dudes that are on papers, right? So one time, one of the dudes that's on papers, he asked the dude something, and the dude responded with a snark in a smart mouth manner, right? And so the little hood dude like, hey man, you ain't have to say it like that, fam, whatever, right? So then the dude responds with, I respond however the fuck I want to respond, right? And so, dude said, who the F you talking to at this point, right? Dude he said, fam, I will beat you in here, right? And so, they going back and forth. And then dude, it started because the little dude that was saying stuff about my daughter said something slick or something smart. He answered in a real smart, sarcastic, snarky way. And he said, you ain't have to say it like that. And the hood dude said, you ain't have to say it like that. Dude say, I can say it however the fuck I want to. Cursing and stuff, right? And so it took it up to a whole nother level. So that dude is ready to fight the dude that was talking about my daughter. The hood dude ready to fight him. So the counselors or the people at the job, they get in between them. Hey, no, y'all cool out. Cooler heads prevail. Y'all chill. We not here for that. Y'all here to work. Y'all here to make money. Chill out, right? So the whole day, the other hood dude is like, look at him like, this dude, I don't like dude. Because he got a slick mouth. Now, they didn't fight. Time continues on. Now, the dude still got a mouth. I heard him say certain stuff under his breath. When we in these meetings, I'm still hearing him saying stuff, even to not the counselors, the people who are over the job. He's saying a little slick stuff under his breath to them. Real slick at the mouth, right? And if you slick at the mouth, you're going to find yourself in some trouble. So one day, he gets into it with a whole nother dude, right? And all I hear is when they getting back and forth, all I hear is, I don't even know what the argument was about. It was something, but I'm sure it's because his mouth was slick. Nobody was picking on the brother. Nobody was talking crazy to him. Everybody leaving him alone. He wasn't no hood dude at all. But he got a real slick mouth and talking crazy. And again, you got to know your personnel and read the room. You talking foul and care if you got a slick mouth and that's your personality. First of all, this ain't the city to be having no slick mouth. Some brothers just hot-tempered and they going to give you whatever you looking for. Plus some. Right? And some of these brothers, they're not emotionally stable. You say something to them, they're ready to file for you and whoop you to sleep. Right? So, all I know, he get into it with a whole nother dude. All I hear is the dude that was talking about my daughter. The dude called the dude the B word. Call him the B word. Fam. That B word, you don't call no man that. You asking for whatever come after that. Calling him a B word, called him it loud in front of people, right? Man, now you trying to embarrass him. Hood dude told him, he said, fam. He try to fight him, balled him up. He said, when you get off work, we getting off work, as soon as we get off, I'm beating your ass. I promise you, I'm beating your ass. That's what he told dude, right? So the dude, you ain't finna do nothing. He talking crazy. You ain't doing shit. He talking crazy, right? He doing all this barking. That's the dude that was talking about my daughter. He doing all this barking. So then they split him up. They split him up again. Dude is in the garage area. I got to go through the garage to get to the main office area, right? So as I'm walking through the garage, dude is in there shaking, scared. He like, hey man, can y'all come pick me on the phone? Can y'all come pick me up? These dudes in here, they trying to jump me. Can you pick me up? Ain't nobody trying to jump you, fam. You just talking slick and you scared now because you know dude is on your head. They trying to jump me. They trying to jump me. His voice shaky, hands shaking while he on the phone. I'm listening. I'm watching him. He don't know who I am again. He's shaking. He's scared to death. He telling the people at work, hey, I gotta go. You know what I mean? Because can y'all watch dude? So they like, all right, man, nobody finna do nothing to you. He's scared though, right? Shivering, shaking. And had all his mouth, all his lip, he's shaking in his boots. So time go on, dude trying to get a ride from the job. Now we still here. The dude he got into it with the first time, the one he got into it with weeks prior to, he say something to him like, man, I promise you, dude finna whoop your ass, and I'm bound to help him because you was talking slick that day, cussing at me and shit. I don't. So at this point, dude is out, like he is shook. He is shook. You can hear it in his voice. He in there. He telling on the phone, come pick me up. Hey, where y'all at? Come pick me up, right? Man, his people, I don't know what happened. Dude, we all go inside. Dude went out the door and never came back, fam. Never came back, right? He left that day, never came back to the job at all. And I said, wow. Now, sometimes, again, I would have did all of that, and I said, that's karma. You talking about a little baby, talking about my child, jumping into some situation that had nothing to do with you, getting into women drama, some women issues, talking about my child and all of that. And I ain't even have to put my hands on you because them other dudes was finna put their hands on you. They was finna beat you to sleep, right? And he was so scared, never came back to the job. Everybody looking like his dude coming back. He never came back because he knew what time it was. All that lip and all that mouth is going to get you in trouble. And I'm like, I'm glad, I kept my calm and stayed in control of my emotions because it was hard. I promise you, it was hard even because the stuff he was saying, I wanted to knock his teeth out his mouth. And I'm like, I'm not even a violent I'm not a violent person. I ain't no dude that just be fighting. But again, when it's something about my children, I'm going to, like, it's just, it's going to go to that level sometimes, right? And, but I'm glad I kept my emotions intact. And I didn't, act on impulse because I would have been fired, would have lost my job, and then dude would have been, and he would have ended up leaving anyway. He would have ended up being he would have got off the job anyway because them dudes, he was still gonna talk crazy. That was gonna be inevitable. He was gonna get into some type of confrontation with the hood dudes. Either they was gonna beat him and then they was gonna get kicked out and he still probably was gonna leave, or they was gonna threaten him and he was gonna leave anyway because he was a scary dude like that. He liked to start stuff, talk crazy, and can't back it up, right? So I'm like, man. Like, I'm in there like, man, I don't want to be around dude or whatever. And only in like a matter of like a month and a half, he was gone from the job. And I didn't even have to look at dude's face no damn more. And I'm so glad. I'm like, because every time I saw him, I was thinking like, man, sometimes I'm like, dude don't even know who I am. And the stuff he was saying, I really want to whoop his ass. Like, for real, talking crazy. And again, I'll let karma take its course. I'm not going to try to put matters into my own hands, get myself in trouble, lose my job. What if dude probably was so scared, he probably would have pressed charges on me had I done something to him. I'm not going to be in jail for assault. I'm not going to lose my job, and I can't take care of my child. I can't, take care of my school stuff that I need to go to school with. And I bought my ticket to go back to school with my job. I bought my train ticket to go back down to school in Mississippi, right? So I wouldn't have been able to do none of that. Would have been in a whole world of trouble or got into some BS had I just acted off impulse. But I'm like, karma took its course, and the brother got what was coming to him. And I know at some point he probably got his ass whooped because his mouth was just too damn slick for his own good. But he got shook from coming and he ain't never come back. And I'm like, man, look at God. You see how God works? You talk crazy about children, innocent children talking foul. You get shook out of your boots, and now you ain't even coming back over here. He was scared to come back over there because some of the dudes was from around the area that he got into it with. It's like, man, they was ready to whoop him. They was going to, after he said they trying to jump me, they wasn't trying to jump him then. But after that, they definitely probably was going to jump him. For real. Because with the first dude he got into it with and the other dude. And then there was some other dudes that really didn't like him because they heard it like, yeah, they was like, man, dude always do be talking crazy. His mouth is slick, fam. He do got a slick mouth. I don't like dude. That was their MO. I don't like dude. He got a slick mouth, man. Yeah, I heard him say that to you, fam. He called you the B word. His mouth slick. He always got something to say under his breath. And a lot of dudes didn't like him. Even the other counselors. I mean, I keep saying counselor like we was at a camp. Even the other people who was overseeing us while we worked. Because it was like a one summer Chicago program for at-risk youth and other just unemployed youth throughout the city. So they had other people there to like keep everything cool, calm, and collected or whatever. Because some of the brothers didn't have the best social emotional learning skills or whatever. So they try to keep everybody moderate sometimes or whatever. And the people that were even like there to oversee all the work being done, they're like, yeah, I didn't like little dude either. He was talking under his breath to us at times. I was ready to tell him, dude, you got a mouth on you. These boys around here whoop your ass. And that was going to happen, man. But, hey, karma took its course, and I ain't had to do nothing, man. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.